The name cafe culture has become synonymous with the Australian coffee scene. From running highly successful events, creating a groundbreaking magazine, and educating the entire coffee sector, cafe culture has played an integral part in the growth of the industry. It's funny to think this long journey began in the small New South Wales village of Comboyne. This is where the idea of cafe culture started to take shape in the mind of founder Sean Edwards.
I was a cafe owner and I struggled. I was like every other cafe owner out there 10 years ago. There was nowhere really to turn to for help, so a lot of people actually weren't making it. 6 out of 10 cafes are failing. So I'd come out of an educational background in mining engineering and everything was about being progressive and moving forward, and no one was applying this sort of I suppose business mentality to a growing business, and which had a lot of growth at the time.
Seeing the lack of support and information available for cafe owners, Sean's first step was to create an event where the industry could meet and share ideas. This gave birth to Cafe Biz.
It started off as a group of workshops and seminars just to educate the cafe owners, and we got industry experts to come in at the time and tell their little bits of the puzzle to running a successful cafe. That sort of merged into basically a full-blown conference come expo now, and 11 years later we've got ourselves a fairly large city-based expo with over 7,000 people a year attending Cafe Biz.
As Cafe Biz began to gain momentum, its very own program guide evolved to arguably become the textbook of the coffee industry. Now in its 10th year of publication, the magazine continues to grow from strength to strength.
Cafe Culture magazine was basically a guide for Cafe Biz. So actually it was a program guide originally, and that merged into a full-blown magazine. But the Cafe Culture, I suppose, has been the ship that's helped us sort of educate the market. It goes out to every single cafe in Australia via a very big database we've got of cafes, and we tend to use that to sell our message about success.
10 years is a hell of a milestone, it really is. In this marketplace, to have a magazine that's been so successful as Cafe Culture's been, and to say he keeps reinventing that magazine and it keeps changing, just as our coffee industry does. Sean's moving with it. He's always a step ahead. What's the next? What's the next thing that's coming around the corner? That's just the way the industry's gone. It's just been such a boom for coffee, and for me to be able to ride along with it, it's been amazing.
The ongoing success of cafe culture has allowed the team to grow with highly skilled individuals constantly pushing the boundaries, as well as now moving on to the digital era with some new and exciting concepts and innovations.
We've got some great things happening. We've sort of done a lot of stuff around print media, all that side, but we're looking very excited now about getting to multimedia, so looking at things like interactive websites and filming, and obviously Cafe Culture TV is a big catalyst and a good project that we're getting behind, because we can actually show people the real side of the industry. We can go behind the scenes, and people are used to watching TV, so we're going to take people behind and show them the live side of our industry.
The future is looking very bright for cafe culture, now moving into international markets and spreading their influence around the globe. The team's hard work and dedication over the years has allowed this homegrown company to grow into a brand we can all be proud of.
I always had a vision. It was sometimes hard to sell my vision, but I was very lucky I had a supportive wife who was also good at finance. Early days, not many of us got paid. It was a lot of love there, and it's just probably nice now, 12 years later, that we're starting to reap the rewards of a successful business.